Well, guys, I'd like to take a minute to give you my input on the last few days. I think we need to keep the momentum going. What we saw this week was very motivational and inspiring, I gotta say. I really gained a newfound hope for our nation again. Mr. Bundy is a true hero. Whether you believe that he owes the money or not, he's a hero nonetheless. He believed strongly in something. He felt he was right, and he was willing to stare down a barrel to prove it. He's definitely a hero in my mind. What happened to Mr. Bundy, what is happening to Mr. Bundy, should never have happened. And that's what I want to talk to you about. I know there's a lot of people talking about now taking the crowd to a ranch in Texas and maybe one in Nevada. I think that's good. I do. But I don't want us to get stuck on trying to put band-aids on wounds that have been created to a point where we stop looking at what's causing all of these wounds. These regulations, we should have been with the Bundys back in 92 and 93 when all this was beginning. We've ignored a lot of things, other things we have been powerless to do anything about, and other things we just didn't know were happening, and we weren't paying attention. And government is so far in our lives now that what we see as our nation right now is not what we saw when we were kids or what our parents saw. And I think we all need to really grasp that, because what happened at the Bundy's ranch this week, it was a beautiful display of loyalty and patriotism and the American spirit. But we shouldn't have let it get to that point. So it's time that, we give back what we owe the Bundys of the nation. We need to all go to Washington, D.C. on May the 16th. We need to stand together. We need to all go en masse. And we need to explain to our representatives that we're mad, you know? And we're tired of this. And sometimes, just because a rule is written down on paper, that doesn't mean it's right. And there was a time when we used to make decisions based on what was right and what was wrong. And now we just seem to make decisions based on not wanting to hurt somebody's feelings or just whatever. I just think that we have to stick with this. I think we owe it to Mr. Bundy, because this man was willing to do whatever it took to say what's going on here is wrong. And that's why we've been inspired. So I think, yes, and there should be some of the groups going to these other ranches, but then we also have to have the rest of us take this to DC and say, you've overreached in all these different categories, and that's it, we're done. We're done. We're going to go back to our Constitution. So, May 16th, Washington, D.C., Operation American Spring. Check out the website, www.operationamericanspring.org. And Godspeed.